Guess we don't need to mute ourselves now. The fuck?
Oh, I can hear stuff now.
Right, everyone's in the channel. I'm going to mute everyone.
No, just like nobody's got anything to say.
Yeah.
Just say whatever it is. It's not about being rude or being nasty. It is what it is. And I was typing to you, Penda, in CC, but I put it in global chat in the end, and I can't be asked to retype it. It was too much to type. Listen, man, on that day, we went to court. You singled me out and said about putting the Hallies about. Now, before that, the argument that you've defended it on, before that, Shawnee wasn't getting any drops in his name because he had the Dragon Alley. And I said, well, let's all bank our Hallies and make it fair for Shawnee, which was a team thing. I suggested it for a team thing. We didn't end up doing that, and we carried on doing what we were doing.
You did suggest that, and we did put our Hallies away, mate. We did.
All right, if we put our Hallies away, but we all put our Hallies away to make it fair for Shawnee because Shawnee didn't have a Crystal Halley, he only had Dragon Halley. So it was making it fair for Shawnee for a whole team to do that. When you said outside, you singled me out and said to me to put my, because the drops were coming in my name, you singled me out and said for me to put to lower my gear so that other people could get drops. And you singled specifically to me. And honestly, man, it doesn't matter what you said it with such venom in your voice that I bit on it.
It wasn't meant to be.
Whether you had issues with me before that or something had upset you before that, I don't know. You didn't bring it up. And then when I brought you up on that, you defended of what you said. And then you went on about a Sarah for something that happened 2 weeks before that. And then another Sarah trip that we did where we had the T-bows and you weren't getting a drop with you had the crossbow and stuff. Which we knew. Do you know what? Me and Shawnee knew nothing about it. We didn't even know there was an issue to do with the Sorry. That was totally out of what it was. But that wasn't what my original pissed off thing was the fact of the way you spoke to me and asked me to downgrade my gear so other people could get drops in their name, which I told you, no, that's not fair. That's not a team thing. I wasn't rude to you about it. I just didn't understand where it came from. And then afterwards, when we came to go to the bossing room, you gave me an apology, which in all fairness was patronizing and was a kick in the teeth. You said to me, I apologize if you've taken it the wrong way, but I don't apologize.
I said I apologize for the way I said it.
Yeah, but I stand by what I said. That's what you said. That's not an apology. It's
like I said, like I've put in Discord, if you read through what I've said, it was in retaliation to me believing that you were telling me to lessen my gear. Right.
I was listening the whole team's gear. I suggested everybody put their Halley away to make it fair for Sean. That was a whole team. It wasn't singling out you. There was me, you, and Fedo in the room. I said, let's all put our Crystal Hallies away and go Dragon Hallies.
There was me, you, and Shawnee. There was just the three of us.
Well, just the three of us then. You seem to have good memory of what it was for 10 months ago. To be honest, I don't. But I have good memory of some things that were said and the things that rattled me. I don't forget that. And I said it for the team aspect. But let's put the Hallies away so Shawnee gets a drop in his name. Which, if we did, I don't remember whether we did or didn't. I don't know. It's that long ago. If we did, it was for the team. It was for the three of us having the same gear. But you singled me out outside and asked me to put it there after I got the pet drop. Whether it had anything to the pet drop, I don't know. But it's how it seemed. It's how it came across. And I called you out on it. And then a couple of days later, when we geared up to go Boston, we were outside the room. I said to you, I'm not going in the room off because you haven't apologized. And you said, but you was fine with me a minute ago. I was fine with you because we're still playing together. We're still doing the team things together. But I refuse to boss with somebody that can talk to me like that and not see what they did was wrong. And then give me a patronizing, and it was a patronizing apology. Whatever you said, it was a patronizing apology that I was supposed to
accept. That's how you took it. It was meant to come across as patronizing.
So if I say to somebody, look, I'm sorry if you've taken it the wrong way, but I stand by what I said, and I didn't.
Yeah, that's not that's not meant to be patronising.
It's not a fucking apology. That's not an apology, is it? It's patronising. It's giving somebody an apology, but not giving them an apology because you're taking it back. It's patronising.
It's not at all. That's not how I mean it to come across.
So if what I did was wrong, and then I said to you, look, I'm sorry, Penda, for the way I said it or for the way you've taken it, but I stand by what I said. Would you take that as an apology, or do you think, look, the guy's just being patronising?
You know what? I would take that as we've had a disagreement. You're standing by what you believe, and I'm standing by what I believe, and then that would be it.
Yeah, but it doesn't make it right. The problem was my argument was listen, what you said was wrong. It was genuinely wrong. It doesn't matter what anybody else in the chat thinks of it, whether they think it was wrong or right. I genuinely 100% think it was wrong. Now, why would I go in a boss room and let someone speak to me like that when I know what they said was wrong? And the apology they give wasn't an apology. I wouldn't do that. Why the fuck would I do that? Nobody would do that. And that was my argument. And then we haven't even got to the half of it. Then you took it personally and then decided to block me and delete me from Facebook and do all that shit. I didn't block you. You were still added as a friend. I never removed you. I never did nothing. You blocked me. You took it personally and removed yourself from my part of the game by blocking me and doing everything. And then you took it fucking further by saying I was this and saying I was that on private fucking PMs. You were the one who made it personal, not me. I still had you added as a friend. And then I thought to myself a month later, well, why the fuck have I still got him added when he's blocked me? I might as well block him and remove him. You removed yourself from the team.
Of course I took it personally.
But nobody had a personal fucking thing against you. All I did was call you out for what you said was fucking wrong that day. And it was wrong. But you can't see it. And then when we tried to talk about it afterwards, and I kept over and over and over again saying the same fucking thing to make you see what you said was wrong, you couldn't see it.
Because, like I've just tried to explain, I feel that what I said to you was exactly what you had said to me about lessening our gear.
In venom in your voice and the way you said it, and then bringing up about Sarah afterwards, and then bringing up about this and bringing up about that.
Yeah, and like I said, the mentions of the previous Sarah trip that night when we had all been at Corp and then you and Shawnee went on your own. So this is the other Sarah trip, not the one I came on. That was not actually me that even brought that up that night, but I was putting the voice across for the people that had said it.
And I said to everybody, 2 weeks after this all went down and you blocked everybody and decided to do what you were going to do and make it personal, I said to everybody, do you know what? All he had to do was come in and fucking apologise. Whether he thought we was wrong or whether he thought he didn't, that's all he had to do was come in and apologise for what he said, not for what you believe in or for whatever, for the way you spoke to me and for what you said, which was wrong. That's all you had to apologise for, and it would have been forgotten. But you didn't. You took it personal and just went off and fucking deleted everybody, blocked everybody and made it personal. I didn't do fuck all wrong. I came to Corp like fucking normal. I came to Sarah like normal. Everything that was brought up, I knew nothing about. All I know is you singled me out outside that fucking room, and it weren't nice. It weren't nice what said. If I'd have said that to somebody, I wouldn't expect them to go in a boss room with me, and I'd be right to understand that. And that's what you still to this day can't see that it was wrong. And we go round and round and round in circles trying to explain it. I've not turned everybody against you in the CC. I've not said to everybody, look, this is my view and my view's right. Everybody believe me. The whole conversation was recorded. Everybody's listened to the conversation and everybody comes to their own assumptions of what they thought was right or wrong. And all I did is stand by what I said. Look, man, as far as I'm concerned, the guy needs to apologise because he was in the wrong and it wasn't nice. But then to take it personal afterwards and block everybody and delete everybody and say I'm toxic and all the fucking rest of it, there was no need for that. I didn't do that shit to you. I didn't send private PMs to say, oh, the guy's this, the guy's that. I didn't do nothing. But you can't see it's wrong. That's the problem, Penda. You can't see it's wrong. If there's three of us in a room and one of us isn't getting the drops because he's got lesser gear, if somebody suggests, oh, let's all take our gear off and bank it so that it's equal for the three of us, that's a team thing. That's somebody suggesting something so it's equal for the full team. That's not somebody saying you take your gear off because you're always getting the drop so that other people can get the drops and singling one person out. It's a totally different scenario. What I suggested was fair for all three of us to give Shawnee a chance of getting a drop in his name.
Yeah, but Shawnee had already said he didn't even care.
Shawnee never cares about the drop in his name. That's Shawnee.
So if he didn't care and then you're saying, well, let's do it, surely you're just asking just me, aren't you?
I'm not asking just you. I'm asking just to make it fair between the three of us because it wasn't fair that I was getting a lot of drops in my name. My RNG was quite high and I was getting a lot of drops in my name. I'd already completed the adventurers log. I'd already got the pet. And I didn't see it fair that I was getting all the drops in my name. So all I did was suggest, because Shawnee wasn't getting any drops on. And like you say, like you've brought up to do with Sarah, going on a trip and not getting any drops in your name is no fun. That's what I was trying to think of, is to keep it fun for everybody so that everybody still wants to corp and everybody makes money. And it was just a suggestion. Nobody had to do it. If you didn't agree with it, you could have said, no, I want to keep my Halley in and do the faster kills. Listen, it would have been an issue. It would have been a problem. All it was a suggestion.
It did well. You know, there's been a lot, obviously, gone along in translation and missed in translation here because it felt pretty firm from where I was sitting when you said to do it.
Listen, I've never once asked anybody to take gear off so that other people could get drops. A single person, not on a team event. I would never do that. That's not me. If it's a team event, it's a team event.
If
And
I,
when
if
we
I had
went
have
to
turned
Tara,
around when you said that and said, no, I'm not taking my Crystal Halley off, you'd have been like, that ain't fucking fair and Shawnee.
no, I'd have said, well, fine, I'm not taking mine off. And we carried on the way we're going. It wouldn't have been an issue. Shawnee wouldn't have been bothered by it. I know Shawnee. Shawnee don't care who gets the fucking drop. He's there for the cash. He doesn't care. All right, if it's a pet he's after or something, it might be different. If he's going for a pet and the team agree beforehand, look, let's let this person get all the drops in their name because they're really chasing this pet, then we kind of agree. If the team agrees it and the team goes along with it, but it has to be agreed beforehand. People do that. Not many people do that, but people do it. You know, the pet hunt thing you do in your own fucking time. When it comes to team events and you're bossing
Yeah,
there to
and
make money.
that's fair enough. It didn't mean to come across that day that I was singling you out and that I was saying, look, you have to take your gear off to give me the chance. It was meant to come across like you asked me to get rid of the Halley. It was meant to come across, do you mind if I can get more kills by lessening your gear?
But you said it to me specifically, to no one else. There was 3 other people that were
That's
about to
because
go in that
Shawnee
group,
already had lesser gear.
and you said it just to me. So therefore, you're asking me to take my gear
There
off
was
to
me.
benefit just
No,
you.
what I'm saying is there was me, you, and Shawnee. Shawnee wasn't getting the kills because he already had lesser gear and didn't have the Halley, as we've already said.
And I was getting
So
the
why
kills
would I
over
ask
you.
Shawnee?
And you asked me to lessen my gear to favour you to get your kills, which is wrong. That's wrong in saying. And it wasn't about. Do you know? It's not even about you asking me that now. I'm past that. I'm over that. It's been a year ago, and I'm past that. It's the way you said it. And to be honest, you'd been shitty, and you even admitted yourself you'd been shitty for a couple of days before that on Discord. You'd been a bit off with everybody, and you were a bit in a fed up mood. Fair enough, for whatever reason. And then you brought up about a Sarah chip that was 2 weeks prior to that. About, oh, we did this wrong and we did that wrong. Fuck me, we didn't even know we did anything wrong. We geared up, we went to fucking Sarah. You came, you forgot your fucking bolts, you forgot this. You didn't get a kill. You decided to kill the minions and not attack that. We offered to wait outside that boss room while you went back, banked, got your bolts, and come back. We offered to wait outside the room while you would go back to the bank, get your bolts, and listen. About being 2 T-bows in the room and the crossbow not getting the drop is bullshit because we've had 2 T-bows in the room with a crossbow in the room, and the crossbow's got the drop over the T-bows. So it does happen. All right, it was only a couple of drops out of the whole trip, but you knew we were there in T-bows. We'd only just got the second T-bow, and we were going to Sarah. Duo T-bows. You knew that. You're entitled to come along. You haven't got a ass to come along for the trip. You're there for the split. But then to get the ump because the drops weren't in your name, you forgot the bolts. And then to bring that up on the back of this other argument that really had nothing to do with that argument, but you brought it up to justify
I
why
didn't
you.
bring it
Why
up to
you
justify.
it was to
I brought it
justify
up to
why you was
tell
in a
you
mood.
that was why it had put me in a mood, yeah, and that's why this all blew
Yes,
up
so
and
to
it was said
justify
to you in
the
the way it
shit
was
that
said.
you spoke to me that day, to justify that is because of this and because of that, because of that. None of us
It
knew
weren't
about
to justify. I didn't just bring that up to say, look, use it as an excuse. I'm saying that was the lead up, and this was why I was annoyed, and then I was annoyed, so therefore I said it in that way.
and you can't see that it was wrong, and that's the problem. And we tried over
No,
and
I'm
over
saying
again,
how I said it was wrong.
and what you said was wrong as well.
If I'd have asked you and said, do you mind, Scotty, if you lessen your gear so I have more chance of a
But that's what you
drop?
did ask me. You told me to bank my shit and so that other people could get the drop.
Yeah, I said to you, bank your shit. I didn't say, Scotty, do you mind? And that was
So
the
banking
mistake.
my shit and downsizing is not asking me to reduce my gear so other people get the drop. That's what you
No,
asked
what
me.
I'm saying is I put it across that you had to, and that's what was shitty. If I had have asked you and you said no, that's fine, but I didn't. I put it across shittily.
So you can't see that asking me to bank my gear so that other people get drops is wrong. And then your justification, I remember you saying your
That's what I'm
justification
saying.
for it is because
That's what I'm saying. You did the same with me with the Halley, so that so that Shawnee could get
I would have
drops.
done the same.
That's what
It
I'm saying.
wasn't
It's no
just asking
different.
you to bank your gear. I would have banked the same thing to make it fair for Shawnee.
But did you Please just listen to what I'm saying on this bit, right? I didn't ask Shawnee to bank his Crystal Halley because he did not have one.
No, you asked me to give you the drops, which is what it would have done. See, we're going around in circles, but it comes out of the same fucking answer every time. I suggested that we bank our Crystal Haddies to give Shawnee the drop. We, not just you, not singling out you, so that I would get the drops, so that Shawnee, it would be fair for the three of us in the room. That's the difference. Outside that room, you singled me out so that I would lesser gear, so that the drops would be in your name.
It wasn't meant to come across as singling you out, which I've said a million times. I mean, I don't know how many different ways I can say it.
But you didn't say it to nobody else. You didn't say can everybody bank their stuff. You just went straight to me. And again, it's the way you said it, the venom that was in it, and the fact that you brought up about all the other shit beforehand for 2 weeks before, which was, to be honest, in my eyes, was unjustified, because I couldn't understand why you had an issue with all that shit. Because I don't think I did anything wrong personally, or whatever your attack was with me, I don't think I did anything wrong. And then the same thing, and do you know what? Not even that, Penda. Even afterwards, when you said on fucking Discord, a couple of weeks after me, Fedo, and Shawnee got the triple LE split, 6 o'clock in the morning, then we got the duo Spectral, and then we got the duo Arcane. And you said, you know what? I don't think it's fair that you guys can boss till fucking 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm missing out on the splits because I can't do because I've got a fan. Listen,
can you find that message and pop that up?
Because listen, everybody heard it because we were all on Discord. You were
well, it'll be there in the history. So can you find it and show me where I said that?
Listen, it was in chat in Discord. You said it in chat, and we were online, and you said that the fact that you can't play till 6 o'clock in the morning and you're not getting a job.
No, I never.
Unfair.
No, I
Listen,
never.
man, I can have Sean. Sean was in the CC. Fedo was in the CC. I don't know about Pablo or Harry, but I know Sean and Fedo were in the Discord when that was said. And yeah, remember that
was said.
No way did I say it's unfair that you got a drop and I didn't.
Said that. You said that. You said it's unfair, the fact that we can set up till 6 o'clock in the morning and get the drops when. And I said, and my reply to you, and I know exactly what I replied to you was, what do you want us to do, Penda? When you log off, we have to log off too and not boss. And then you didn't reply to that and went quiet. And it was left at that. And that was after the back of the arguments. So it wasn't just that. There's been a whole build-up of things that you've just said wrong. All over the fact of doing Corp and the amount of money we made and we got the pet. And it's all stemmed from that.
Well, I swear I didn't say that. So
listen, I've got somebody else here, and Shawnee's not saying that because I know him in real life. Although you seem to think he agrees with everything I say because I know him in real life. Listen, if I'm in the wrong, I apologise. If Shawnee thinks I'm in the wrong, he'd tell me I'm a cunt and I'm being in the wrong. And I can take it. Listen, if I'm in the wrong, I'll be the first one to own up and apologise if I'm in the wrong, or I say something that offends somebody, or I do something wrong. But listen, when I know for a fact that I'm in the right and I've done fuck all wrong, there's no way I'm going to sit and take shit when I know I ain't done nothing wrong. I never blocked you. I never removed you from the game. I never did any of that shit. I never removed you from Facebook. I never made it personal. You did all that shit a week after it all went down.
I blocked you for one simple reason, right? I blocked you because if you weren't going to boss with me and play the game with me, what was the point in having you on my friends list?
Okay, that's fine. So then why are you back here now asking what's going on? If that was your case, you know, you blocked me, you deleted me, you did that shit, and then to come back here and say, "Oh, but I did nothing wrong, guys. Let me back in." You've all turned against me and shit. No one's turned against you. Nobody's fucking deleted you. Nobody blocked you. Nobody kicked you.
Actually, yeah, I was deleted by everyone. So
because you deleted half the fucking team. What do you expect?
No, I didn't. I deleted you and Shawnee.
And there was only 5 of us on the team, so you deleted
other people
half
deleted.
the team. You deleted half the team. I'm not here to bring other people of the team into an argument that involved between me and you. But listen, I've spoke to the team and I've explained to the team, and I've not turned anybody against you or said this is how it needs to be and who was in the right or who was in the wrong. They've all come to their own assumptions of what they have seen, what they've heard, and judged by that and judged their own conclusion on it. I haven't done anything to say this is in the wrong. I just stuck by my guns and said, look, as far as I'm concerned, if I go in the boss room with him, he needs to apologise for what he did, which was wrong. And you couldn't do it. You waited 10 months or a year has gone by and you haven't done it. In the end, you chose to delete and block me. I didn't delete and block you. I didn't make it personal. I didn't send fucking shit on private messages saying how fucking bad I am and this, that and the other and toxic and all the rest of it, and you don't need that shit going on. I never did none of that. I never made it personal. To me, it was a game. You said something that was out of order. Listen, man, you need to apologise. What you said was wrong. If you've got a personal issue with me or whatever, then fine, fucking take it to a PM to me. But don't fucking involve it in the game. There was no need for that. We geared up. We were outside the boss room, ready to go in, and you just spouted out with that shit, and it was out of order. It was bang out of order, and you can't admit it. I didn't want to see anybody disappear from the team. I didn't want to lose a player from the team. We had a good, strong team. Everybody shares, everybody split, everybody was fair. It's a shame to lose a person. But like everybody said, you know what? If it can't be resolved and it's the way it's going to go, then it's the way it's going to go. What can you do? No one was going to beg for you to come back because what you did was wrong. And the problem is, you were told, you had the conversations with Shawnee, you've had the conversations with Harry. You were the only person that was going to lose out because you chose to delete everybody, block everybody, and remove yourself from the team. You removed yourself from the team. Now, if in your eyes you did that because of the argument or whatever, it wasn't because everybody was too scared to speak out against me or all the rest. Listen, if Harry thinks I've done something wrong, he'll soon fucking tell me. If Fedo thinks I've done something wrong, they'll soon tell me. Same with Pablo. They all speak their mind. Nobody fucking pussyfoots around me just because I'm speaking. Listen, if somebody don't like
So
what I say,
I
they fucking
take it
tell
that the
me.
2 people that moaned about you and the Sarah trip then have come and told you that.
Probably in some way or another, and how they've said it about, oh, you were banging out of order for doing a side trip, didn't get a fucking invite or whatever, but they haven't made it personal. They didn't block me, they didn't sulk for a fucking week or 2 weeks or throw their fucking toys out the fucking pram over it. They got on with the fucking game. There's a way you go about it. Listen, if people want to talk about something I do behind my back when I'm not on in Discord, then I don't give a shit. Let them talk about it behind my back. When I'm in the game, I expect a certain amount of respect, and I give it. I like to joke. I've got a bit of a dark sense of humor. Not many people get it, but that's me. But I'm always fair. When it comes to a team, I'm always fair. I play fair. I've never not once played fair, ever, when it comes to a team.
And let's just make it clear, when you say I was the one who made it personal, I did see the screenshots of the Facebook chat, so I weren't the only one making it personal with digs and name calling and things like that.
Listen, I didn't put a single fucking message on Facebook on a PM or a private PM message. I didn't reply to anything or make anything personal until I saw what was said about me, and then I did make it personal because it was a personal attack to me. I still had
When
you
I
at
left
that.
that chat, there was instant messages put in that by you.
Yeah, to say that you were bang out of order. But listen,
Big Girl's Blouse
well,
was one of them. Was there a couple
did
others
I
as
type
well?
that?
And that's making personal. Yes, you did.
All right, well, I did.
Because I've got the
Because what
screenshot
the
that
fuck are
someone
you
sent
doing
me.
now if you're not sitting in a Big Girl's Blouse? It's the big deal out of something that was fucking wrong. It all boils down to the fact of what you did was wrong. And we're going round and round and round in circles, and we ain't going to get the issue resolved because you were in the wrong and you can't see it. You can't admit it and you can't see it. Whether you can see it, I don't know. Or whether you think you're not in the right or not in the wrong. And we'll have this argument till the fucking end of days. It's pointless. It really is fucking pointless. And yeah, I've got no. Listen, I don't put nothing that I wouldn't fucking say to your face or say on Discord that I've typed in there. Do I think you're a big girl's blouse over the old issue? Of course I fucking do. Because you threw your fucking toys out of the fucking pram and went on a temper tantrum because you weren't getting the drops in your name. Every time you went in the courtroom, the gut got on you and you got fucking annoyed. And yeah, you was jelly I got the pet. And don't tell me you weren't. You was jelly I got the pet. And it all stemmed
Never
from
said I
me getting
wasn't.
the pet drop. As soon as I
No, it
cleared
don't
that
all
adventurer's
stem
log,
from you getting the
that
pet
was it,
drop.
mate. As soon as I cleared that adventurer's log,
It all stems from being asked to get my Hallie into the bank, and then I felt that what I asked you to do was exactly the same. That's what it stems from.
but me banking my Hallie and
Doesn't stem.
singling me out
I
would have
was jealous
benefited.
of you getting the
Yeah,
pet, but they don't stem from that at all.
but so for me banking my Hallie, you asking me to bank my Hallie would have benefited solely you. Wouldn't have benefited the team. It would have benefited just you. Because like you've just said, Shawnee had lesser gear, so you weren't worried about Shawnee. It was to benefit the drops in your name. Now that ain't a team fucking thing to do. You've just said it yourself. So how you can't see
But
that ain't
Shawnee had
fucking wrong.
already said he didn't care about getting the drops.
And it was me that suggested it to make it fair for Shawnee, so he got the drops in his name. That was all I did.
So what I'm saying is Shawnee's saying he don't care about getting the drops. So I've asked you to lesser your gear.
So it benefits just you. Doesn't
Sean-
benefit
so
all three
Shawnee
of us.
doesn't care.
Benefits just you. But see, that's the difference. If I'd have lessened my gear, that would have benefited just you. Whereas when I suggested it, it would have benefited all three of us in the team because all three of us would have been equal. That's the difference, Penda. It would have benefited just you to get the drops in your name. You've just said it yourself there. Can you not see? And that's what I picked up. I didn't first pick up on that. That didn't bother me because I told you, no, I weren't going to bank my shit. I don't do that. It was for a team thing. We were in there with the gear we were in. So I weren't going to bank my shit anyway, even though you asked me. But the point was the fact of the way you said it with the Venom. And then you played on the thing of, well, I would have done it. It's just the way I play. I play fair and I do. And you made this whole big issue afterwards about it's how you behave and how you would do it on the game. And it's your kind of thing that you do. Listen, everybody plays different on the game. I don't expect people to play the way I fucking play, and I wouldn't want them to. Everybody plays their own way. But when you're in a team event and you're in a team killing a boss, you play fair. You play together as a team. If everybody says, let's bank our Halley, or if everybody's in a Bandos room and they say, okay, random tank, it's a random tank. As long as everybody agrees, everybody's happy with it, what's the problem? It's a team event. It's a team thing. What you asked me to do weren't team playing. It was a selfish thing that you wanted to do to benefit the drops in your name. Listen, when the goop's on you and you can't run the goop properly and you die every time, that's not our problem. It's the fact that you're a fucking lousy tank at the goop. Admit
I
it.
don't die to the goop, actually.
Listen, mate, you
The
die
goop
enough
was
time
on
to the
me.
goop. Every time you were on Corp, I went to
I
bed.
died no more than anyone
Listen,
else
Penda,
with the
man,
goop,
every
but that's
time
not
you
what
went
the
to
issue
Corp,
is.
I went to bed with a sore throat because I laughed so much. Because every time we went in the room, the goop was on you.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying I
You
wasn't
know.
moaning about the goop because it was always on me.
And you died half the times because you're a lousy tank with a goop. That's just the way it is. Listen, I ain't no fucking better. But I'm lucky enough when I run in the room, I stand on my spot and I don't fucking move. The goop very rarely comes to me. I'm quite fortunate. Listen, everyone can play that way if they want to. I've got no problem with that. That's just the way that I play when I'm in the courtroom. But I go in the same fucking gear that I gear up with. If somebody said to me, okay, there's a person here that's got lesser gear, let's all fucking put our shit away to benefit the whole team so we're all equal, I've got no problem with doing that.
Neither have
Listen.
I did that.
Listen, Harry hasn't got a crystal Halley. If Harry said, look, it's not fair, I'm using Draggy, everybody else has got Halley, crystal, let's all put our crystals away and all have Dragon Halleys. Listen, if the team agrees it, I'll do it. I've got no problems with doing it. Because it's benefiting the whole team and it's making it equal for everybody.
Yeah, which is what I did when you asked for Shawnee. It's exactly what I did.
You refused to. Or if you did, we went,
No, I put my Halley
okay,
away.
and I put my Halley away and we made it fair for all three of us. But what you asked me to do was benefiting just you. Which you've just said because you wasn't bothered because Shawnee had lesser gear. So me banking my shit.
But at the
And I
time, it wasn't
remember,
meant to
and
come
listen,
across
let's
that
not
way.
even
And it
go into
weren't
that
meant.
because I remember what you said. You said you've already got the pet, Scott. So give someone else a chance at the pet. That's what you said. I remember them words coming out of your mouth. That's exactly what you said. You said you've already got the pet. Give somebody else a chance at getting the pet.
Well, there you go. You said it straight away that I
you,
wasn't trying to be selfish to me because
and
I
I
said give
replied
someone
to
else
you,
a chance.
and
Didn't
I
say give
replied
me
to
a
you
chance.
like anybody else would have said, listen, if you're pet hunting, do it in your own fucking time. This is a team event with the team. You don't hunt for pets with the team. We're on a team bossing event. You're not hunting for a pet. If you snipe a pet, that's good. Everybody's happy. If you're lucky enough to snipe the pet. So you see what I'm saying? See, I don't see I've done anything wrong, and I still back myself that I don't see anything. But you're doing the same when clearly I've just tried to explain to you, and I hope you can see it, whether you can or not. I don't.
No,
know.
I can see what you're saying. I can see that it come across that way, but I didn't mean it to come across that way. I didn't mean it to sound selfish. I didn't mean to sound like it should benefit only me, and that's why, like you just said, I said give someone else a chance. I didn't say give me a chance.
But you were the only other person in there that would have benefited from it, and you were the only person that were hunting the pet. And that's why you said afterwards, give someone else a chance at the pet. See, you.
But at the time, that's not how it seemed.
But that's exactly what you said. You're saying now, not at the time. That's not how it seemed, or that's not how I meant it. Listen, Penda, that's exactly how it fucking was. I'm not stupid. I'm not a 10-year-old. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm not stupid. Don't talk to me like I'm fucking stupid, man. Because
I'm not saying you're stupid. I'm not talking
man.
to you like you're stupid, but you're not listening to me.
Because you're justifying what you said, and you can't justify it, mate. Honestly,
I'm not. I'm saying my mentality behind saying that at the time, what my mentality was
because
it wasn't
I
meant
asked
to
you
be
to bank it
vicious
beforehand, but I
it wasn't meant
for the team.
Yes, but it wasn't meant to be me coming across going, "Oh, I'm not here for the team. I'm not here." That's how you've seen it, and that's not how it was meant to come across. And you think I'm using that as a justification, but that's why I'm annoyed, because that's not how it meant to come across.
Well, listen, man, I don't know. I mean, you've left it 10 months of blocking people and then coming back on and
But none of
still
you was even
issues
playing
and
this
stuff.
game. You were all playing Path of
Listen,
Exile,
we were
or
all
whatever
playing
the other
together,
one
though.
is.
We were all playing together as a team. We moved from here. Everybody was a bit fed up with the game and decided to break, so we went off to Path of Exile. But we were all still logging on and playing Path of Exile as a team, like we were
Yeah, but
doing,
I
like
wouldn't
we've
have
come
played
back
that
here.
anyway.
But you still would have been on Discord doing your thing on RuneScape as part of the team.
Every time I logged on, there was no one on Discord.
Well, when I logged on, there was issues with the channel, and the channel got changed. And the only reason the channel got changed was because there was issues with this channel. It wasn't changed to pull people off of the channel or to separate anything. So don't think that's the reason why the channel was, because I know for a fact the only reason another channel was created was because there was an issue with this channel and people couldn't get on, and that's why it was there. And that's as far as I know. I can't argue that. That's down to whoever started the channel. You'll have to speak to them about if you think you've been excluded from the channel or no one was on when you was on. I don't know anything about it. All I
I'm not
know
gonna
is
lie,
the
I did feel
reasons.
like that, and I did feel like, yeah, every time I came on Discord, no one was there, so therefore people weren't in that Discord. They were in another one.
Listen, you had ample time to fucking PM people or sort this shit out. You had ample time to come in the Discord and said, look, let's sort this shit out. Nobody wanted it to go as far as it did. And you was told at the beginning, man, look, listen, if you leave it long, it's just going to end up with fucking drama. It's going to end up with crap, and there's going to be no coming back from it. You were told from that from the beginning. But you didn't. You took it the way of blocking people. You blocked people first. Whether you blocked only me and Shawnee, I don't know. I don't know who else blocked you. I didn't ask people, have you blocked Penda? Oh, you should block Penda or whatever. None of that shit was said. If people have blocked you, it's for their own reasons of why they thought it was fair to block you. That's down to them. I only speak for myself.
I
And the only
blocked you
reason
and
I blocked
Shawnee. I only blocked you after I saw the messages that you had put into the messenger.
the messenger, because at the time you were being
Because-
an absolute big white
Yeah,
blouse and a big girl's blouse, however you want to put it, or whatever was put in messenger. I haven't scrolled in there, and you were being a fucking dick, and that was the only way to describe it, and it is the only way to describe it, Penda, whether you like it or not. Listen, man, you were being a dick.
So you made it personal. So therefore,
Hold on,
blocked
I made
you
it
because
personal
why?
after
You know,
I
at
made
the
it
time.
personal. I didn't make it personal. I'm telling you now, the whole argument and everything that you've said today to justify why you said it or how it didn't come across or whatever doesn't make the point of fact that you were being a fucking dick and you were called out about it. And then you justified it for whatever reason, for your own beliefs or how you play or whatever. That's entirely up to you. But then there was no justification for what you said of being a dick. And you was being a dick. Simple as that. And you
Because you're
couldn't apologise.
That's because you're saying I'm being a dick because it came across that I was being selfish to you, but that's not how I meant it to come across. So therefore, I couldn't see that
So
that
asking,
was how it came
see, we're
across.
going back over this whole conversation. I'm explaining myself whole again. So asking me to bank my shit that benefits just you to get the drop pet in the room is not being a dick.
I didn't say that, did I?
But that's exactly what you asked me to do. And you're justifying the reason why you said it is because I said it a couple of days before when we were three of us were in there to benefit Shawnee. But that was me and you both banking our shit. There's a difference, Penda. See, there's a fucking big difference, man. And then it's not just that. You brought up about the Sarah chip. You brought up about this. You brought up the fact that I wouldn't trade you the Tebow to give you a bank space afterwards, which is fine. And I had already told you, listen, the Tebow was agreed between me and Shawnee. We both put half in first. We agreed when we put half that money in each, it wasn't to be lent out to anybody because it doesn't belong to one person. We agreed that when we put our money in. So regardless of how close we are or who we trust on the team, it wasn't getting lent out. And we agreed that. And then you brought up something about I'm trying to be sneaky because I want to buy
just so
Shawnee
lack
out
of
of the Tebow.
trust.
It's not a lack of trust. It was an agreement between me and Sean. Listen, if me and Harry went halves on one item and not one of us owned that item, it's only fair that not one of us lends it out because it doesn't belong to one person. It belongs to two people, and the other person might not want you to lend it out to that person for whatever reason, whether they trust them or not. That was the reason we agreed not to lend it out to nobody. And we weren't talking about lending somebody a BCP or TASIS. We were talking about lending somebody our entire fucking banks at one bill. And it was 50-50. And I said to Shawnee, if we go halves with this, listen, it stays in either one of our banks. It doesn't go anywhere else. It's between me and you because we're going halves on it. And that was the agreement me and Shawnee made when we purchased that Tebow. and everybody was on Discord at the time and all knew about it. And again, you took it personal because you asked to put it in for a bank space and I told you no. And I gave you the reasons why. Because it's not just my Tebow. It was a 50-50 Tebow. And then I said to you about, oh, don't worry, I'll get the money. And when I buy Shawnee out of the Tebow. And then you made it like some sinister plan, like I was trying to cheat Shawnee out of a Tebow. Listen, if I had the 500 mil to buy someone out of the half money they put into that item, I fucking would do it because then the item belongs to me. Why would I not do that? Anybody would do that. If you own 50% in an item and you get the chance to buy that item outright, you're going to do it because you've got the cash to do it. What's sinister about that? It's owning the fucking item. I'm done with the conversation anyway. I've spent the last fucking 3/4 of an hour trying to make you realise that you was in the wrong. And I just, for some reason, I know for the fact that it just ain't gone nowhere because we're going round and round and round in circles. And every time I try and explain to you or try and tell you what was wrong, you're finding a reason to justify why it was right. And that's why the issue never got resolved 10 months ago or a year ago. And that's why the issue still ain't got resolved today.
No, that's because that's the way you want to see it. I'm not trying to justify that I was in the wrong. I'm trying to say that at the time, I didn't feel like what I had said sounded selfish. I didn't feel like it was a retaliation to and the same thing that you had asked me to do. Can I see that now? Yes, I can. But at the time, I couldn't, and that's where the argument was.
Listen, I don't talk for anybody in Discord. Everyone's got their chats moved. I don't talk for anybody in this Discord. I've had a conversation with everybody in there. Everybody's heard the chat, and everybody is in agreement that what you did was wrong. Whether they admit that to you or not, do you know what? I don't care. But everyone has been in agreement that you was wrong, and all you had to do was apologise. And I stuck by my guns and said, look, as far as I'm concerned, listen, I've got nothing against the guy. The guy comes in Discord, the guy wants to do whatever, he's on RuneScape, he's part of the team. That's absolutely fine. But listen, I choose not to go in a boss room with him. If that affects the team, I'm sorry about that. If that affects going on bossing events, I'm sorry about that. But that's my choice for what he did. I didn't say to everybody, right, no one go on a bossing trip with Penda, no one do this, no one do that. Nothing like that has been said. Everybody's been in agreement and said it's a shame it's gone like this. It's a shame it's happened. It's a shame Penda's left, which it did. It's a shame that Penda left. He wasn't kicked. He wasn't blocked. He wasn't chucked out. He wasn't excluded from anything. He chose to leave. And then to come back and say it's because everybody did it's bullshit, man. And I don't buy it and I'm not buying it. It doesn't wash with me. My issue,
You're saying go Boston with me, and then everyone else goes Boston with you, and then I can't come along because you're Boston with them and won't Boston with me. Listen, that is exclusion.
I haven't said you can't come along. If I'm gearing up and going to an event because Sean is outside or Dan's outside or Harry's outside fucking the Chamber of Xerix and oh yeah, we're just doing the Chamber of Xerix, I'll gear up and go. Listen, I'll come along, gear up and go, and I find you standing outside, I'll just say, oh, I ain't going in there. I'm not bossing with that guy. And I'll remove myself. Nothing stopping you and them going in there. I've got nothing against that. I'm not going to say to people afterwards, oh, you went bossing with him, I'm not bossing with you. Geez, what am I, a 10-year-old? That's not how I play. I've never been like that. And like Shawnee said, it would just become drama and it would be an issue and it would be a problem for the team. The longer it was, and that's exactly what you did. You went against what everybody said and you just made it awkward.
I've unmuted my mic, by the way, so if you have anything to say to me as well, you can.
Well, I've gone round and round in circles, and I've tried to see it and tried to explain it.
Just in case I can kind of change the direction.
I've tried to explain myself and tried to explain. And listen, regardless of how he personally feels about me as a person, whether he likes me or not, listen, I don't give a fuck. It's a game. We play together as a team, and I've always been fair, and I've always played by that. But some things I stick to my guns, and when it comes to being spoken to like, the only way I would describe it is being spoken to like a cunt and having that shit put on me, and then afterwards making it personal for whoever typed a message first. I'm not really interested. Did I type that you're a big girl's blouse? Yeah, I probably did. Did I type it before you typed to me? I don't know, and I don't particularly care, because all I know is at the time you were being like a fucking baby that didn't get his own way, and it bothered you. And it's always been from the stem, the days of me finishing the collection log and me getting a pet. Whether you say that's true or not, I don't know. But listen, ever since I got the pet and I finished that collection log on 160 kc, you had the fucking hump. And yeah, we did make money. We made money early hours of the morning. But listen, you're not on. You've gone to bed. You've got family, whatever. Listen, if you're not on, listen, if I go to bed tonight at 10 o'clock tonight and the guys go in and they get a trio early, I'm fucking happy for them. It's 300 mil more for the team. Everyone's got better gear. I'm fucking happy for them. I'm not jealous because I wasn't there and I've missed out on it. Oh, I'm gutted that I didn't get a split. Do you know what? But life goes on. I'll eventually get a split. But I'm happy for the fucking team because they got banked. No one excluded you. You excluded yourself and made it so awkward that it was unapproachable to even come back. That was the problem. You left it 10 months.
Yeah, Penda, remember us having that conversation, and I said, look, it's better that you sort it out now rather than leave it. Even I said even 1 week. You leave it 1 week, 2 weeks, it's just going to be super awkward. It's going to end up being bigger than it is, which it is now, because we're still discussing this 10 months down the line. You know what I mean? When you could have just come back, said, look, Scotty, I'm sorry, like, you know, I come across like a cunt. You know, I didn't mean it. And boom, back to normal. That's it.
I did say that what I said was wrong.
No, but you said it in a way. It wasn't an appropriate the way
that's
you
what I'm
said it.
saying, Shawnee. No, right. Scotty said what I said was patronising. It wasn't even. It was not meant to come across that way.
Yeah, no, but I
If that's
remember
the way I said it, then that's the way I said it. But that's not how it was meant to come across.
I listened to the apology, right? It wasn't as it could have been simple as, I'm sorry I was a cunt. Let's go bossing, right? It could have been as simple as that, but it wasn't. It was, you went in to say, like, I'm sorry that I made you feel that way, Scotty, and you know, I stand by what I said. That's exactly what you said.
Yeah, because at the time I saw it, like I said tonight, that I had been told to lessen my gear, and I felt I had done exactly the same. Looking back from now and how stuff's been said tonight,
yeah,
I understand that everything back then looked like I was being a selfish twat, and so on. But that's really not how it meant to come
What
across.
do you mean by look like you was being a selfish twat? You was being a selfish twat. That
Okay, I was being a selfish twat, but that's not how at the time I saw it, was it?
yeah. I mean, like I said, it was we all were saying that it was a shame that you kind of left us. You know what I mean? We was like one man down for everything, you know, and it wasn't the same. But you know, it was all
But
pretty
then,
much
like
down to
a
you.
month later, none of you was playing anyway.
We all took a break. We all took a break. It was too much for us, mate.
And that's what I mean. So you say like it's been 10 months, but you know, no one was even playing this game until you got banned from Path.
Yeah, but we were still all on Discord. We're still all online.
And that's what I said to Scotty. Every time I came on Discord, no one was showing in the channels.
Yeah, I know, but you could have called us, messaged us. You could have just PM'd us, said, "Oh, where are you guys? Like, you know, I'm missing you guys. I haven't seen you for a couple of days. Like, where are you? You got a new Discord? Whatever." But you didn't. You didn't reach out. You just literally isolated yourself, and then you blocked Scotty, and then you blocked me. I found out when I logged in that I was blocked. I was just like, "Oh well, I guess he's made up his mind. He's gone off and done his own thing." So then we all, well, I deleted you. Scotty deleted you. I don't know about anybody else.
No, I was pissed off because, like I said at the time, I felt that what I had done was no different to what had been done to me.
Yeah,
so I then was like, okay, well, Shawnee's going to agree with Scotty no matter what because he knows him in real life.
I wouldn't do that.
but he wouldn't. That's the problem.
No,
But that's what it felt like at the time, and that is why I blocked Shawnee.
No. But think of how I felt when you blocked me. I didn't do fuck all wrong, mate.
I'm not saying it was right to block you. I'm saying why I blocked you. Because
Yeah, exactly.
at the time
So
it felt like I had. Yeah, I can. I'm not saying I can't.
Yeah, mate. I tried to help you, mate. I tried to advise you, you know, to sort out the situation, you know, and you know, you blocked me, yeah, and literally what I just got a T-bill with Scotty, right? We just planned to go to Sarah. Okay, you just logged in. We already had this conversation previously about going to Sarah and testing it out. I did not say no, you can't come, Penda. We're just doing duo, fucking Debo.
I never said you did.
Yeah, no, exactly. I wouldn't do that. I would never do that, and I would never even, expect people to ask me or expect me to give them a personal invite. Never. If I'm bossing, I don't care where I am. Anyone's, can join. And then when I found out you deleted me, I was just like, right, he's made up his mind. He doesn't need us anymore.
But that's what I said. I was pissed off at the situation, feeling that I had done nothing different to what was done to me, and then I felt they're ganging up, they're siding against me, so that's why I deleted you.
Wasn't like that at all. No one was ganging up against you. Scotty
I'm
had
not
his
saying
issue
it was.
about
I'm saying
Paul.
that's how I felt at the time.
I had no issue with you until you blocked me. I had no issue, even with the Sarah trip. Okay, look, I apologize that I didn't personally invite you, but then I told you on that day, like from now on, don't even ask, mate. If I ever log in and you say, "Oh, I'm at court,"
That's where
I would just fucking
that's
gear
just
up
a
and join you.
misunderstanding with how we differ, because I would never sort of expect that I could go on a trip.
Why?
Why? Because I wouldn't. That's just me. That's just
Why?
how I am.
We've known each other for
I
years.
go. I know my dad, but if I go around his house, I still knock on the door.
Yeah, but it's not the
I
same.
don't just walk in.
This is a
That's what
game
I'm saying.
where
Yeah,
we're
but that's what I'm
team.
saying. That's just how I am. I don't expect to come along to your trip. You're there. I would always ask you. I always ask. Can I come along?
Yeah, so
I
then you've got
always
no
ask.
excuse.
That's me.
So then you've got no excuse to get shitty at me for not inviting you, or even bring it up for that matter. You've got no excuse to do that because
Yeah, no,
Pablo
fair
knows
enough.
how to do it. Scotty knows how to do it. Like, everyone knows if I'm on a bossing trip, they don't even have to ask permission to come. They just gear up and come. They know. Everyone does. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't feel like I had to personally invite you, just to single you out. If you would have said, "Oh, Shawnee, what you doing? You going, Sarah? Yeah, I'm coming," like you did.
Yeah, but
Then,
that was a trip after we'd all been at Corp, and then you were like, Scotty, do you want to go to Sarah?
If
That
I
to me
remember
says,
correctly, yeah, that night, I think I even told you that. I thought, because I think James was on and Harry was on, and I think Harry
yeah,
went
James and
quiet.
Harry were both on. We'd just all been to Corp.
Yeah, James said he was signing off for the night, and I thought that I heard you say, "Yeah, I'm off as well." So I didn't.
And this was what I was trying to explain. No, that to me, yeah, well, I didn't. I took that as, oh, okay, we're going to Zara, fuck you, basically. And that was the lead up to this whole argument and everything. Stuff like that all built up, made me pissed off.
Yeah,
made me say stuff I shouldn't have said.
Okay, yeah, well, that was just basically a misunderstanding then, and I'm sorry if I didn't invite you personally for that one. I honestly thought that you were signing off. So, like I said, if you would have just brought it up with me at the time, just said, "Oh, look, Shawnee, like I'm not doing nothing. Do you mind if I come?" It would have been fine. Instead, you just thought to yourself
That's
that
because
we was
because I
just
bottle
doing a
stuff
duo.
up. I don't like confrontation.
Yeah, but
and that may be
no,
that's a vice to me. That's something that's my fault, but I
yeah,
don't.
no, we're all men. We're not kids, isn't it? Like, if you got a problem, it's better just to talk to that person you got a problem with. Just say, "Look, last night you didn't invite." No, even on the day, mate. Just say, "Look, you didn't invite
and I
me.
should
Is
have
it all
done
right
that.
if
I
I
should
come?"
have done that, but I
Yeah.
find it hard to do that.
Nah, you shouldn't, man. Not with us. We've known each other for years, and this is a game. If we say no, Penda, fuck off. We're only doing a duo. Then just say, "All right, mate. Good luck. Enjoy your trip." But we would never do that. We're not Tyler.
He actually logged in earlier.
Well, yeah, we saw that. I messaged him, and he said his mate's on it. He's fishing. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, mate. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I think Scotty's pretty much made it clear, and I don't think you guys are ever gonna
Yeah, well,
sort
that's
it.
what I said. No, I just feel like I've said something I should have said, and I admit that. But I feel like no matter what I say, it doesn't matter.
Scott thinks you've personally insulted him.
And that's what I tried to say tonight, that I haven't. I didn't mean it to come across that way.
Just listen. He thinks you've personally insulted him, which needs a genuine apology for it. That's all it needs. That is it. That's all it needs. No toing and froing and backwards and forward, arguing over what has been and what happened.
And that's fine. That's fine, by me. Right, right.
Needs a genuine apology now.
Yeah, fair enough. Scotty, that night, I didn't mean it to come across how it did. And if I offended you and I was a cunt, then I'm sorry.
I think I might have server muted him.
Is he even there? Fuck, I'm gonna die.
Scott?
Scotty?
Give him a sec. It's just that crusher's just got a mess going on here. So hold on.
Oh, the Sonic Jam's back.
Yay!
Siggy time. One sec, bear about. Let me turn off my heels. Fuck, got in here. Oh, all this over Shawnee's Dragon Halley. I've actually got my Crystal Halley now as well, Penda. If that makes it any better.
You know.
Keep mine if you want.
It took me a while, but I did finally get it. Scott, back here? know what's gonna happen because I
Yeah,
think
man,
Scotty you might
I'll
need
make
some time.
coffee.
Oh, there you go. He's back. So Penda, what was happening at that time when this whole argument like come out? Was it just what we was doing in game that made you feel that way, or was there something else going on in your life, or something that was, affecting you, and you just bringing it into the game?
Don't know. It was just after Christmas, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
it's stressful.
What? You cut out.
Yeah, you can't. It's a stressful.
And then obviously, I say it's stressful at the best of times, isn't it? Financially, everything's busy, so on. So I'm always stressed out that time of year anyway. But yeah, obviously the in-game stuff that I've mentioned, was a massive boost to that as well.
Which it shouldn't be, because it's just a game, and it can be easily sorted out. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's it was all of a surprise, like, just the way it all unfolded, and then the reactions afterwards, and it was handled badly from the start. It was so simple. I could see it's just, if I was in that argument, I'd just say to the person, look, mate, sorry, I was a cunt. That's it. Let's just get back to bossing. That's it.
Yeah, and that's what I've just said. Just now I said,
I know, but
at
now, like,
the time,
this would have been better right at the time. Regardless of all your excuses for what you could have done and how it came across, it would have been better. It's
I'm not saying it wouldn't, but hindsight's a great thing, and it's like no excuse, but actually through the summer I wasn't barely playing because I was doing 12 hours a day working. I was working weekends. I couldn't keep up with my
going. Was he cutting out then, or was it just my connection?
A little bit.
probably me because it's a wireless keyboard.
Ah. Okay, good. Because don't scare me, because my connection went out today.
But it's exactly like I said. Everyone here that can actually speak at the moment, 'cause I don't know how I've managed to mute people and not mute them. If it's a personal attack on them, or you think it's a personal attack
Which
on
it
them,
wasn't. Yeah.
just listen. You would expect an apology regardless, and you would expect that apology to be a sincere apology for the attack.
And that's what I've said tonight. If that's how it came across, then I do apologise. But I didn't mean it to come across like that. I don't until I go blue in the face. I don't know how many times I can say that.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's not going to be like fixed straight away, because obviously it's been this amount of time now. Yeah, it's probably my connection going. Yeah, I said it's not going to be sorted out straight away because, obviously it's been going on for this amount of time. I mean, to be honest,
It's been going on this amount of time because of circumstances. Because you haven't been playing this, I've been working.
Yeah.
I fucking
But yeah,
disagree.
I admit, I shied away from the situation because I didn't want the stress of it initially.
Yeah, exactly. You shouldn't have.
But I miss the social aspect of this game.
Yeah, there is none.
That's
Yeah,
why I play this game.
Yeah, playing with randoms ain't the same as playing with your squad. It's totally different, of course. And we felt it as well. We felt your disappearance as well. Being one man down.
But then that's what I'm saying, because you guys haven't been playing anyway. In a way, it's not like I've been missing out on bossing with you guys because you haven't been doing it.
Yeah, but
if you know what I mean.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a hard situation. Fuck, did I get that?
Dan was too busy trying not to die.
No, but I tallied out, and then I got another spec, and then I come back in. Oh my god, it returns. Oh my god.
Mhm.
It.
Dude,
It
that's what I was
returned.
saying. What a fucking timing as well.
Oh my god.
I
Fucking
hit
Penda.
one.
Pablo's been off for like, oh, sorry, Pablo? Fedo. He's
Fedo,
been
yeah.
off for like
2
weeks.
yeah.
Weeks, just is not saying a word.
Just
Fedo.
stopped and fucking disappeared, man.
Wait, Fedo,
Speak.
speak. Fedo, talk.
Now someone else is getting questioned. Oh, he's not got no mic. Damn it.
Fedo, can I ask you a question though?
Get into my CC, Feds, and you can answer there.
Yeah, come and CC. Is he in game?
He's in
Oh,
game,
yeah.
yeah. Just not my CC. Fuck you, Shoney.
What?
I know what.
You know what the question's gonna be.
Yeah, I know what the question's gonna be, man.
I don't know if Fedo remembers or not. I'm just about to remind him.
Crasher.
Just
Ah,
leave
Has he
it.
gone in?
Just leave him. Yeah, we're still specking, so he's trying to solo. Fuck him. If anything, we'll just fuck up the goop.
Keep deking it when he leaves. Go in. He'll lose his damage.
Yeah, just
Fedo,
leave
do you
him.
taste that?
He's gone.
Is he? Hold on. I see
Yeah.
some splashes. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go in. Let's start. Yeah, we're good. I
Okay,
think.
yeah, we're good.
Just stay.
Yeah,
Just stay. Or if you want, just go quickly. Refill.
No,
Dan.
just spec, put the DPS in.
Yeah.
He's slapping me tonight, I tell ya.
Yeah, I've seen that. They're slapping me
He's
as well,
back.
Here
bitch.
it comes. He's too
Yeah,
late.
it's too late though. What's your DPS, Sean?
298. Probably not great.
185.
Oh shit! I ran out of fucking divine.
I'm gonna go buy some of them in a sec.
Yeah.
It's definitely not mine.
It should be mine. No, maybe not. I don't know.
Go on.
541.
Jaws.
Oh yeah.
He's using taps. I just left my house, for fuck's sake.
God damn it. Oh yeah, Fedo's on my CC now, so I'm guessing you can ask the question now.
Fedo, did you taste that? Coffee time. It's coffee time, bro. You know, that's the last thing I said to you before you just
fucking disappeared.
you disappeared, bro. You said be right back and then never came back.
Yep. 2 weeks. Goodbye, man.
2 weeks,
We would
just
just
nothing.
say, what the fuck?
I was like, did I upset him? What the fuck? Fuck up. Yeah, where have you been anyway, man?
Yeah, yeah, what up?
Yeah, what's been going on? We thought you was kidnapped or something.
Yeah, man.
Or you got a boyfriend or something.
One.
I got one. Jeez. 2.
One more.
That's it. Yeah, Shawnee's got it.
Good.
He's a cunt, isn't he?
He's a-
He comes back and he's a cunt. You
Jeez,
can't ride
dude.
a bike. I've learned that. Oh, is that what he was talking about, Fedo? Is that because I wasn't listening. I was focused on something. I really wasn't listening to what you were saying, and then you know when you hear someone talking, it just sounds like noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did, and I heard this noise, and I just said, "Fedo, Fedo," just interrupted
86.
rudely.
Oh, we're good, man. If it ain't gonna be just bank, then I'll just back in a bank.
Ah, okay. As long as it didn't hurt your pussy, man.
We're all a bit confused about it.
Yeah. Like, oh fuck, I think he's pissed at me. No, I asked Scotty. Scotty doesn't remember like what you was talking about either. I don't think he was listening. So what's happening? How's the new job?
Full-time
Now
rent
you're
boy.
joining the man's world. Man's world. of work.
Full-time rent boy, Fedo. Well done. We knew you could do it.
It's alright, Feder. You can still stay up late, or like you asked me to, and do your full-time work. So what? You just basically taken the time off playing because you was just adjusting to the new work, yeah. Oh, so what are you complaining for then, bro?
Walked out with house and stands on the corner.
Roll out of bed, man. You there? Oh, mate. Oh fuck. Too much coke.
That toxicity of Shawnee, that's what it is.
It's like a black hole that I had to crawl out of, man. Pokemon cards. Shawnee's all up in that bitch. Fucking Shawnee, man.
Play the game. I don't actually. Well, I collect the cards on the game.
One more BGS. No, BGS now.
I got it, yeah.
Oh.
Oh shit.
My bad.
Yeah, I hit 2. Fuck, why can't I invest in Pokemon cards?
Jesus.
Yeah, too right. I turned my £8,000 that I spent on them this year into 50.
You know, nice.
Right, alright.
Harry needs to get a BGS.
I'm just happy watching you guys spec
Doing all the fucking work.
in time.
If only you could get a band on Silk.
Yeah, if only. Then I might spec the fucker.
To be fair, you may as well wait until after the fucking instances thing now. Have you voted on the poll?
Yes.
I'd put yes to everything.
Alright. We should be good.
Yeah.
I got 80, so
Just tell it in there.
yeah, hold on. Yeah, I'm just refilling my spec.
Harry's already in there. He wants a kill.
Yeah, let him.
Oh,
Yeah, he hasn't
yeah.
got heli in it. He hasn't got heli, so
Them specs there.
One thing I hadn't done tonight,
What?
died at court.
I have.
I know.
I got fucked on that
What do you mean?
kill.
steal the cup.